Hey Nash, what should we make?
Why don't you show everyone how to make kimchi at home?
All right, let's make some homemade kimchi. Welcome back to Chaos Kitchen. Today we're making homemade kimchi. Now look, kimchi, it's an ingredient. It's not an ingredient. Condiment? I'm not sure really where it falls in, but it's something that's been around for thousands of years. It's a fermented cabbage, and you can add a bunch of other stuff. We'll add a few things today, but it's got amazing health benefits. It's delicious, and it just adds flavors to things that you probably can't find anywhere else. It's something that's become a lot more popular over the last few years, maybe the last 5 years plus. Now you can, now there's all these fusion things like kimchi, grilled cheese, and kimchi this and kimchi that. But again, kimchi's been around forever. Now, if you go to a Korean market, you'll see like 100 different types of kimchi. But today we're gonna kind of make the traditional base kimchi. Normally I put my own spin on things. Today I'm gonna be keeping it as traditional as I know. Now I don't come from a Korean family that's been making this for generations. I learned how to make kimchi honestly during lockdown, thanks to Brad Leone and a few other YouTube people. Kimchi is pretty easy to make, and I think that we've all had kimchi probably, or a lot of you have had kimchi in different ways, on different things, as part of different things, different recipes, different whatevers. Maybe you bought some at the store, and don't get me wrong, store-bought stuff is good, although if you're going to get it from a store, like, go to a real Korean store, at least an Asian grocery store. But I think to truly appreciate kimchi, you got to make it yourself. At least try once. Let's make some homemade kimchi. Let's go. So the base of every real kimchi, and sometimes the only ingredient vegetable-wise in kimchi, well, vegetable-wise is in the things that we're fermenting, not the stuff that goes into the paste, is napa cabbage. That's what a napa cabbage looks like. You've probably seen the regular green and red cabbages that are more like a sphere shaped. If you're using a regular green cabbage, you're not making kimchi, you're making some variation of sauerkraut. So if you're going to make kimchi, you got to start with napa cabbage. Now they have kimchi that has other stuff and not napa cabbage, but for traditional kimchi, napa cabbage is always the base. So here we go. So this one's it's already wanting to come apart. So first things first, we're going to cut this in half. Once we cut it in half, we're going to cut each of these in half again. So we essentially have quarters. Now this one was kind of on the bigger side, so here, let's put 2 of these aside. Now let's see what we're working with here. I'm actually going to cut this into 8s. Call me crazy. Then we're going to take each of these 8s, and we're going to slice them into about 1-inch pieces. Got any giant chunks like this, just, toss them aside. Put them into your little garbage pile and take the butt ends or whatever you call these, and throw those into your garbage pile. And then we're going to take all of these and just kind of run them through your fingers like this. Just do this. And then that'll kind of separate them. And we're going to put everything into I would say, the biggest bowl you have. Now it's time to salt our cabbage with kosher salt. And what that's going to do is draw the moisture out and start to wilt the cabbage. Now, this measurement is done by weight. So we have a scale here that is calibrated to count for the bowl. You can see here we have 3 pounds, 3 ounces. So our measurement is 2%. So we want 2% of that. So 2% of our weight is just shy of 1 ounce of salt. Got a little bit less than 1 ounce of kosher salt here. And then you just want to massage this in. And it's okay if you break your cabbage. Whoops. Man overboard. Man overboard. If I had a bigger bowl, I would have used a bigger bowl. This is why I said use your biggest bowl you have. We just want to massage that salt in there, because what this is going to do is it's going to draw the moisture out. And that's going to help in the fermentation process. Now you can cover this and just leave it on a countertop, or you can leave it uncovered and throw it in somewhere like your microwave, somewhere that's kind of sealed. And we're going to leave this for about 2 hours.
2 hours later.
While our lettuce is wilting, brining, whatever you want to call it, we're going to cut up some other vegetables. So here we have some peeled carrots and a peeled daikon radish. So first we'll go in with the radish. I'm just going to cut this into, we'll do thirds. And then to this, what I'll do is just kind of cut some planks. And then we're just gonna cut these. We're essentially just julienning this, so. Now our carrots. I'm just gonna do. Alternatively, you could just take your carrots and a peeler. Now we're gonna take our sort of wilted cabbage here and we're gonna rinse it. We wanna rinse all that salt off. And then we take our radish and carrot mixture, dump it all in here. Mix that together. In a blender bottle, we mix a cup of gochugaru, Korean red chili flakes, a cup of diced onion, 15 cloves of garlic, about a 1/4 cup peeled ginger, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, a 1/4 cup of Korean fish sauce. That is different than other fish sauce. Could you use any? Probably, but trying to stick to the traditional because apparently there is a difference. And a 1/4 cup of water. All right, so we had a little bit of technical difficulty there, but as soon as you're done blending that paste, you already have a giant bowl with your cabbage that is rinsed. And then you got your daikon, your carrot. If you want to make traditional kimchi, all you really need is that napa cabbage. The daikon and the carrot are pretty traditional additional ingredients, but there is literally kimchi made with all kinds of different things. So we're kind of starting with a base. Once you have that paste, you take that bowl with all of your vegetables in it, dump the paste in there, probably put some gloves on, and then you massage that all in and mix it around until that paste is covering every part of every vegetable. Then take it, put it in a mason, this is a 1/2 gallon mason jar, so we were able to fit everything in here. Depending on how much you made, this may work for you. Maybe you could use something a little smaller, or you may need, they probably make bigger, but, or maybe multiple jars. Once we get everything in there, and you just we want everything to be covered by the paste, but then, depending on what liquid you have, just push everything down like this. So then once everything is absolutely covered, last step for right now, take a lid, put it on. You can secure it fully and then burp this at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. However, if you are not 100% sure that you can do that, just back off a couple of twists. So it's there, it's kind of secure, but loose, so you don't have to burp it. Because I will tell you this, I have a sriracha ferment going on right now, and I could swear I burped it this morning. I might be wrong, maybe it was last night, but it wasn't like a few days. And I went to burp it tonight, and I had a sriracha explosion in my entire kitchen. I wish I had taken some photos or videos. I'm just telling you guys, this shit is real. Now that we have everything mixed with our paste, put into a jar, we're gonna put the lid on this guy, and then we're gonna store this in a moderate temperature dark cabinet for 3 to 7 days. Check it probably once a day if you can, and stir it around, taste it, and see if it's gotten to where you want it. Right around 3 days, you're gonna get that kind of classic sort of mass-produced kimchi flavor. Every day after that, the flavor is gonna change a little bit. So we got this guy ready to go. So we're gonna put this in the cabinet for the time being, and we'll see you again in 3 to 7 days.
Several days later.
Once your kimchi has fermented to the point where you like it, go ahead and take that out of the whatever cupboard, wherever you kept it. And you can literally just take that same mason jar you put it in, depending on how much you made. Or if you're like me, you already gave a bunch of it away. So this is what we got left right here. And then whatever you're keeping it in, the mason jar you made it in, or a container like this, just go ahead and throw that in the fridge, and then this is good for, I don't know, a long time. That being said, once it's ready, we can go ahead and time for a bite. Time for a bite. Cheers. I mean, here's the thing. Kimchi is delicious. Homemade kimchi is 1,000 times better because you put the work into it. You customize the flavor. You customize the ferment time. This is amazing. You should do this at least once. If after that you find that it's too much work, then that's fine. You made it once. But hey, I've made it a bunch of times and I think you might too. So you know what? Give it a try. See how it goes. That being said, I'd like to give a shout out to Roy Choi. This was his recipe. A slightly more probably traditional way of doing this, instead of chopping the cabbage, would have been to leave the cabbage in quarters and kind of paste each layer of that cabbage and then let it ferment that way. But I like this way better just because it's easier, it's quicker, and I try to cook things in a way that can be duplicated with ease. So that's my kimchi. Hope you like it. That being said, thanks for watching. If you have a second, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. If you like my videos, go ahead and share the channel. It would really help me out. I'd appreciate it. Hey, if you want to get notified every time we drop a new video, go ahead and hit that notification bell. If there's anything that you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, let me know, drop it in the comments, and hey, if it's realistic, we'll make it. That being said, just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now. Till next time, peace.